Hi. Hey, everybody. A lot of space up here, I'm noticing. I got a new phone, so it's got like a wider frame, I guess. May have to put some pictures up there. Ah, that's a good idea. I just got inspired. I'm like, there's something I need to do in this range. I'm just going to share this to my business page so that, I can just have it there. It's all good. It's all good. Let's find out where it's at. I just have to stay away from Facebook lately. That's weird. I'm on Facebook is what I do. But I got to stay away from it. So share it to my page. Let's do that. Please share this out if you'd like to. Okay. I don't know who's going to join me today. I don't know who's crazy busy with their kids or if they've sent their kids and their husbands outside like I have. Just open up my soda water here. So just pop on. I feel really good. Last week I was feeling really not good. Take deep breaths. This is all we have to do to remember that we can do some amazing self-calming. So I have a couple of decks of cards out today. At first I went super gentle and I was like, let's get the Soul Trees deck out. Soul Trees deck. I love this card deck. And of course I want to be super gentle with everybody because that's the point, is offering peace and calm energy, instead of not calm energy. In fact, I'm reminded right now that I have to pull it out because it's so good. That before we post on Facebook, we should, hopefully I dog-eared one of these. Okay, yeah, this is a little tip for everybody so that we can keep inspiring the energy of calm and safe and secure. So it says, before you speak or before you post, let your words pass through 3 gates. At the first gate, ask yourself, is it true? And I've posted a lot of inspiring things, like the oceans are clear and the dolphins are here and the deer are there and the monkeys are in the streets. And I guess I'm finding out that that's not true, that I just shared, because it seemed awesome. And that, so those, and also all the fear mongering ones, and also all the tips on how to avoid, to tell if you have coronavirus. So is it true? That's the first gate. Before you say, speak, post, whatever. The second is it necessary? Okay, so there was a time that there were more scary ass news articles on Facebook than there were other things on Facebook, whatever's normally on Facebook. I mean, I haven't seen very many. I'm seeing more. I've got in my feed, people are doing their workouts at home, and there's a local network. I love seeing that. I'm starting to do my workouts now that I feel a lot better. But if we want the news, guys, we will go to the news stations. We'll turn on the TV. Okay. So is it necessary to share the millionth news story on Facebook? There we go. And then also, is it kind? And I think this is a good place for me to talk about one of the other things that sort of triggered me a little bit. I also have the other deck I have out, you guys, is because it's hilarious. And I feel like we all feel this a little bit right now. The Housewife Tarot. And maybe the places that aren't on shelter in place, the areas that y'all can still go out and do your things and stuff. Even though those of us who have been sheltering in place for a week are go home and stop doing your things and stuff because the shit is gonna hit the fan really soon. But a lot of us are feeling that vibe, that Housewife Tarot vibe. So we got that. That's pretty funny. It's hilarious. But is it kind? Here's that third one. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? And at first, there were a lot of posts of, oh my God, I'm home with my kids. And I probably I don't know if I posted that, but I have a hair on me that feels like a spider. Done, gone. But there was a lot of, I'm here with my kids and it's overwhelming and I just want them to go to school and I just want, okay. And then there were a number of people who maybe they are parents or maybe they're not. But they were also posting, they started retaliating, and I feel for the people who have tried to conceive a child and they couldn't. And now they're seeing all these people that seems like they don't want their children around. They're so overwhelmed, that their children are around them all the time. they're like, I'm offended because I've wanted to have a child. I would love to have a child around me all the time, and y'all are complaining about it. So there's that, and that, I guess, everybody can have their opinion, and I don't comment on these things. I just see them, and I send out the love because I have 3 children, and I have no problem having children. And so I can't even fathom or imagine what it must be like to struggle to conceive and to finally come to terms with the fact that you may not become a biological mother, and these things. And so then there's other people who are like, that are just shaming. They're shaming moms for, saying they're overwhelmed having their kids. And one of them, I was like, looked at her profile, no children. And maybe she doesn't have any kids. Like, maybe she doesn't post pictures of her kids because she's super duper private. She posts all pictures of her dog. So I made the comment on hers because it really was shameful. And it made me feel very shamed inside, for someone to say, can you imagine all the children that are living in households where the parents don't want them around? What kind of unwanted children are we raising today? And I was like, I finally made the comment. I was like, how old are your kids, hun? And she said she didn't have any kids, and it wasn't one of those situations where there was a problem to conceive. And I left it there because I knew that continuing, my words were coming out of the wrong gate at that point. And so, but in my mind, it started to say, you know what? Everything in our lives has shifted. And I'm going to pull out some soul cards just to, like, group cards. Let's do some group cards while I'm yabbering on, because some people are watching, people are dropping off because they're like, oh, she's boring, whatever. I don't know. I don't really care. But okay, so I used to have, at any point during one day, all of my children could be being cared for by somebody else. I had a village helping me. Have you ever heard it takes a village? It takes a village to raise a child. So I had my son in kindergarten, and I had my other one in preschool or nursery school, and then I could go to the gym, and they had the health club, they had 2 hours worth of childcare. And I would sit in yoga during those times feeling so blessed that I live in a place where I don't have family around. No family. I moved here away from my family. And so that's my village, you guys. And even homeschooling moms, something shifted as well. Even the ones that are used to having their kids home and teaching them, they still had a village. They had other homeschooling moms that they would go do things with, and they would go connect with, and they would go on field trips with, and they would interact. And maybe one of those moms would handle sort of the structure of the day, and that gives that mom a break, another mom a break. She's still there, whatever. But mentally, you're able to just do your own self-care. And so for all those people who don't have children out there that, that are saying what horrible people we are and shaming us for feeling overwhelmed, it's because our village was snatched away from us almost completely overnight. We're like, hi, we're going to give you one of the most stressful things that the humans that right now, because none of us were around, most of us weren't around in 1918 during the last pandemic, or in the 1820 during whatever was going on then. I mean, like, this is the big freaking deal. And I forgot about getting cards out. I found my soapbox, guys. But like, everything has shifted in my life. I can't go to the grocery store. I used to listen to about an hour and a half worth of Audible, driving all my kids to all their places. I didn't realize how much self-care I got in my car, you guys. I am so grateful for my self-care in my car. Car therapy. I don't drive anywhere. I don't even go grocery shopping because I got sick last week, so my husband did all the grocery shopping. I don't do anything. I did nothing that was within my normal, other than maybe pitter-patter around my house and do dishes for the 60th time. And make my kids more meals than I usually do, because again, somebody was usually caring for some of them. I'm just going to pull 3 soul tree cards out to begin, and then I'm going to get off my damn soapbox. Thank you, Rochelle, for saying you love me while I'm ranting and raving. Okay. So we have 3 soul trees cards. These are so gentle. I'm so glad I pulled these out first. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm off my soapbox. Don't shame other people for having feelings during this time. Don't Don't shame a person for feeling overwhelmed with their own children. Also, by the way, my children are overwhelmed with me and with each other because they're all used to being in different places for 5 to 7 hours a day. Like, I mean, they're now, and they don't get to leave. They don't get to go to the park. They don't get to go anywhere. They don't get anything. They're fighting. They're like crying. Like, everything is different. So for those people who don't have children out there that are feeling like they want to voice their opinion of what shitty moms we are for like being overwhelmed with the kids that we gave birth to, everything's changed. So just, I don't know. Most of the people are moms. So I'm voicing this to give you guys a voice. Like, if you felt the shame in the past week because you felt overwhelmed and then there was somebody on Facebook that threw out the negative Nancy sort of comment about that, then this is your voice, and I hear you and I feel you, and I felt the shame, and you can breathe through it, and you do not have to let that in. Okay? You can feel however you want to feel. This is the most important thing. Hi, Holly. I need to email you back. So here's a collective card reading so that I can take a little bit of separation from my soapbox to what I don't know, however many cards I can draw for people. So first card is assurance. So this is like spirit. This is like all of our higher selves. They're just coming down. They want to give you this assurance. That give you the assurance that things, okay, will not always be like this. I don't want to use the word things will be okay because some people are going to lose family members. That's not okay. That sucks ass. Some people are going to fall behind on their finances. That's not okay. That sucks ass. Okay? But things will not always be this way. Okay? They will not always be this way. The only thing constant is change. We're experiencing a lot of change right now. It reminded me of that book that I got when I was like in sales, or I don't know, like a couple decades ago, Who Moved My Cheese? Like, where I don't even really remember the book. I just remember the idea is you put rats in a maze and you put some cheese over here in this corner, and then you move it to this corner, and the rats will still go to this corner over and over and over. It takes them a long time to get over here. And it takes one bold mouse to get over here, and then maybe he'll go tell the other mice. Like, who moved our cheese? Where's our fucking cheese right now? Okay, everything is different. So take that and make it part of what makes you stable and secure and sure. It was one way, and it changed to be this way, and it will change again. Now, I didn't go back to the way it was, because who knows? It one way, it changed, and it will change again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Nothing is ever continuously the same. Okay? So that's the assurance that I wanted to give you with this card. Oh, I love this deck. It's been a long time since I've pulled out cards. So another thing that we can do is we can be full of gratitude. This is what our soul is doing for us, our higher self is giving to us, and this is what we can give back, is we can find the ways that we can be grateful. And actually my friend Holly, who's on here and giving me lots and tons of hearts, she posted, like, just name off some things that you're grateful for. Here's a way to get writing in your journal and get inspired. And that helped me through last week, because I was like, I couldn't show up for anything. I couldn't even hardly like stop coughing and like this and that, and then roaring, do I have coronavirus? Which, by the way, I'm not one of those people that's going to be like, I had coronavirus back in January, because I don't think that's fair either. I think we would have seen a lot more people having it if people had it here back then. That's my opinion, though. That might not be true. I probably shouldn't have said that. I think we just had colds. So what can you do? You can wake up and instead of getting on Facebook, go be grateful. Express your gratitude. Instead of scrolling on Facebook, maybe make a post about what you're grateful for so you can add to the positivity that is showing up in people's news feeds. Holly's like, yeah, you needed to hear this bluntness. That's what, I'm just going to be blunt. Like, I'll probably get even more blunt, maybe. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is if you're not there in that feeling of gratitude and that feeling of wholeness within yourself, you're just going to continue to attract the shit that you don't want to attract. Your fear, your panic, your anxiety, your, like, anything, like the insecurity that everybody feels, the shame, okay? that somebody else triggered in me, you know? And I went on a shame spiral for a while. I was like super upset at myself. So start off by adding to the collective gratitude. Say what you're grateful for. Maybe we can start a trend where we aren't posting scary articles that I just was clicking on at 3 a.m. Like, what am I doing on my phone at 3 a.m.? So that's something that you can do, that anybody can do. Anybody can do. Anybody can start being grateful. I'm grateful for, and just fill in the blanks, okay? And then also the last card that I have here in our collective reading, because I wanted to get everybody something, is unique gifts. So what this time is, this time is calling for us all to dive a little bit deeper into ourselves. Like a lot of us aren't going to work right now, and we're not, or we might be working from home. I don't know how that works if you have kids. That's funny. My husband's supposed to be working from home. He's outside watching the kids so I can work from home. So I'm really grateful for that, because he could be trying to work and I could be like the insane mom trying to keep all this shit together, and that's just it. It wasn't going to work for him. And so this is a time for us to going back to this unique gifts, is to figure out, what can I offer? Because on Tuesday I did a live stream in my private group, Akashic Alchemy Academy. I love my private group, like 50 people in it right now. I hope to have it grow soon. I'm going to offer promotion to help people be able to invest in that group for themselves. And so I won't talk about it now, because that's not what this is all about. But I decided, I went live for, I do Tarot Tuesday. I just used a different deck of cards. It doesn't really matter. I was live in the group, and I came on and I looked like shit. I looked like I'd been run over by a train. It was like 7 p.m. I remember when my day used to just start at 7 p.m. and now I'm like hitting the wall. Okay. This is a long time ago that my day started at 7 p.m. back in my 20s, but I got on and I started doing cards for the people that showed up, or people that posted that they would like a card. I started to use what one of my unique gifts is, like, that I know. Thank goodness that I have this knowledge and this knowing. And by the end of the live stream, I wouldn't say I looked like this, because this is with a little bit of blush and some eyeshadow, or no, not eyeshadow, but like some mascara, and my hair is done. But at the end of the live stream, I had more vibrancy in me, and it was about 8 p.m. So it's like interesting. When you serve, you are served. When you're served, you are served. When you serve, you're served. It is so beautiful, this full exchange that you can actually encounter. And right now, we're being given this amazing time to slow down and figure out what our unique gifts are how can we serve? How can we be served? By showing up, okay? And a lot of people, I think that's why they're struggling so much. If you suddenly can't be at work, and you suddenly can't be doing the things that you want to be doing, your service is like, they're like, don't come in, don't do work, try to work from home. It's totally different. I mean, all the servers out there are no longer, not all, because I know this is I'm in California, where we're shelter in place. All their servers are no longer serving. Can you even imagine like what kind of a cavity that creates in the energy? And they're doing deliveries, which is really cool, and that's very nice, and they're really trying to show up. But there's a lot of people who used to serve on a daily basis, whatever that might be, if it's retail or whatever. You've heard of retail therapy, it's a thing. Massages, hairstylists, they can't serve right now. And so now it's like, okay, how else can I show up? What other gifts do I have? And maybe that goes back to just being grateful and showing the gratitude you have. Okay. It was a nice collective reading. Now, who would like a card? Let's see. Because I have also the Housewife Tarot deck. So if anybody is on shelter in place and would like a Housewife Tarot card, Holly, would you like one? I want to get you one. Let's do it. And then if you would rather have the Soul Trees card, if you felt really connected to those, just write Soul or write Tarot so I know specifically. Rochelle, let's get you a card. Let's get you a card. And guys, if I miss your comments, I'm going to go back through and read them. That's how you serve me, is by allowing me to feel you and like to know that I'm not alone. I'm not like the only one having panic attacks here, checking her blood pressure every hour to find out if I'm going to have a stroke. Like, So I'll go back through and I'll read them and I'll comment on them. So I'm coming back. I'm going to get Rochelle a card. I'm going to get Holly a card. And Rochelle, you're going to do Soul Tree. So Holly, I'm going to start you off with a tarot card. Here's the one I'm going to get you. It's the Devil card. The Devil as a chocolate cake. So I told you these are kind of funny. And so this one's for Holly. So the Devil calm down all. The first tarot deck that I ever learned. In fact, I think Holly has one of these, of my old tarot decks that I sent her way. This card was called the Ego. They'd replaced the name of the devil with the eagle. Ego. Ego, not eagle. And so that's what I always think of. And I always try to tell people that because it comes out pretty harsh. But look at this. This is all super tempting. This devil has got her long, sexy legs, her chocolate cake. She's smoking a cigarette. She's got a glass in her hand, apparently. And she's got spork. It's all these bad things from back in the day, your vices. So right now, the most important thing for you, Holly, is to not let your ego get in the way of your beautiful light and your beautiful soul. So, and the beautiful, unique gifts that you have to give. So that's the biggest thing is right now that's happening a lot for all of us. And this is a great start off for everybody to see how funny and lighthearted these ones can be. So Holly, big thing for you is just anytime you feel yourself going into that lower place, you can say, I am the light. I am the God presence within myself. I am the presence of goddess, of God, of universe, of soul, of spirit, whatever you want to say. Use these I am affirmations. What you're not your ego, and you're not the lower frequency that you're picking up on just because it's like super hard for empaths to free themselves. And I feel like this week, since a lot of the folks here where I live have actually been told to stay the fuck home. I don't know, we're all doing it. But I feel like we all needed to be told what to do, and now we're calming down a little bit. We're like, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. So if all you out there that are still going about your jobs, wondering if you're going to get sick and this and that, just wait till your shelter-in-place orders come in, because they're coming. That calm will hit you about a week later. I think your panic will spike, and then it will go back down. I think it's Rochelle that wants this next card. Yeah. And she wants a soul trees card. So again, you can write tarot or soul. Here's the soul tree. So transition. So Rochelle, it's a big it's a transition time. And look at this tree. Are you in the Northern Hemisphere? Sometimes I feel like a crappy friend on Facebook for, connection, for not knowing where you're at. That's why I air quoted friend, is because I'm like, I don't know where you're at, but right now, this is really calling out to me because this tree is going through this massive transition where it's bursting through its winter sort of hibernation. And know that during this hibernation period that we're all experiencing right now, no matter what hemisphere we're in, springtime is going to come, and you're going to start to see these beautiful buds of transition of what's going to go on for the next. So in this time, in this period, it's really important for you, Rochelle, along with everybody else, to realize this is just a transition. It's again, moving from where we were to here we are to where we're going to be. Okay. And you can do soul work. You can reach in and do some shadow work if you want to, or you can just watch Netflix and binge. Like, I don't care. You'll get there. Just like the seasons are going to come no matter what spring shows up, no matter what the groundhog said. It will show up eventually. This transition will happen eventually. We don't have to worry. So I always say, in case anybody's wondering if I don't get a card for you, I always say that the entire live stream is a collective live stream, and the people that pop up to say I want a card and that I feel really called to get a card for, these are all people that are supposed to be part of this collective story, and they're all adding their particular frequency to it. Natasha, what kind of card would you like? I don't see. Crystal, do you care? Would you? I want to go back to the tarot card deck. So I'll say Natasha's going to get the Housewife Tarot. This one kind of came up right here. So, we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So Natasha, this is your card, Queen of Pentacles. I love any of the queens because they really show, and in fact, I think the queen, this is just because I'm the queen in my household, I think the queen is even more stable sometimes than the king, because there's so many dynamics that are different between the energy of a king and queen with tarot. So let's talk about the queens a little bit. Queens have this very maternal, nurturing instinct, even the Queen of Swords. And right now we've got the Queen of Pentacles. And you can see, look at her. She's like overarching. Her entire family is right here. And she's got everything under control. So, Natasha, the thing that you need to remember and to bring in, oh, I gave you a tarot card. Well, let's get you a soul card. I just pull this one out and add on top of it. And it's the Earth card. And you know what? These go together really well because Pentacles is the Earth suit. If there's a suit or an element, it's the Earth element goes with the Pentacles suit, because Pentacles is that which helps provide for us on this material level. So just know that the Earth is going to provide for you, Natasha. You can use this beautiful Earth energy. Look at this amazing card. To be that stable force in your household, to be the one that says, okay, you know, I can be there. I can do all the things that I need to do and keep up with anything. And really honestly bring it into a place of balance and harmony. And if you need support with that, go outside and get to Mother Earth. So, please share. Yes, Crystal, let's get you a card. She's always felt this about the queen. And I mentioned the king energy. So the king is always, the king has a lot, like why I feel like the queen is actually the top echelon of the court cards, besides the fact that I'm a queen. My Facebook page is called the Akashic Queen, is because kings are always kind of, they're so tied down into their responsibilities that they're often longing for something different underneath it all. And the queen is right usually where she needs to be. I don't know. I feel like when I learned, I feel like I could have described that better. So we're just going to go back to that divination. Crystal, let's get you a card. I don't know. It was kind of fun to do the tarot card and then tie it up with like a soul card. So I'm gonna do 2 cards for Crystal because I'm in charge and I get to. There's the queen right there. I'm in charge. So let's get Crystal a card from the tarot deck. Oh, well, 2 cards came out for Crystal of the tarot. So we have the Hanged Man. God, aren't we all the Hanged Man right now? I'm just going to put that out there. This one's so funny because it's actually the lady hanging her man up. So the Hanged Man is all about waiting. It's kind of like taking that breath and just saying, I'm just going to hang out and wait for things to pass. I'm going to gain another perspective. This guy's completely upside down. Our whole worlds have almost flipped upside down. And so it's like, I need to get a different perspective before I rejoin the activity of the world. Okay. And this period, this is a major arcana card. So it's a major part of what's going on in the energy frequencies all around us, is we all just feel like we're fucking hanging around. Like, I don't know what to do, and I don't know, am I going to be able to take a vacation? Are my kids going to go back to school this school year, next year? I really feel for the 2020 graduates, because I graduated in the year 2000, so it's coming up on that 20 years. That makes me get a chest palpitation right there. But I'm like, wow, that's being taken away. You go your whole life in school, and then all of a sudden you don't get to graduate at the same time. I'm sure they're going to graduate in the fall, and they'll graduate. Here's your other card, Crystal. You got this 9 of Pentacles, which look how proud this housewife is with this dishwasher housewife with her clean dishes. And she's so proud. And the 9 of Pentacles has that energy of being where you need to be and being established. So just because you're hanging around right now and you might not feel like that you have any real place or energetic purpose in what you're doing, realize, for you especially, Crystal, these are your cards here, and this 9 of Pentacles is calling out to say, you know, it's knowing that you've got things set up the way you need to be. Okay, you're exactly in the right place at the right time. Okay, so there's nothing to fear. Hi, Kelly. Anisha. How am I? I wish that you could tell me if I'm saying your name right, but I want to get you a soul card, a soul trees card, because I want to go back to that energy. So I might just pick people so that I can go back and forth between tarot and soul. So please let me know if you'd like a tarot or a Soul Trees card. I want one to just fly out. Like, nope, that one. Whoop, something's happening here. So we have a whole bunch of cards that came out here. And I'm going to pick the only one that's upright. And that's this card. That's the Believe card. So this card is for Anisha or Nija. I really am bad with names. This beautiful soul that comes on and asks for a Soul Trees card. And this is giving us the belief and the understanding. And look, even beautiful blossoms as we all come out of our hibernation. That things will start moving forward. We are not going to, again, it's this, reassurance that we're not going to be in this place forever. So you just have to put your faith and deep connection to the belief that things are going to start moving forward. This is a really, really beautiful deck. Crystal, if you're saying you love this deck, I'm not sure which deck you were referring to, but I love this Soul Trees deck. So, let's keep going. Were you going to pull the other deck? Yeah, I pulled the, I don't know what you're meaning. So Kelly, I actually feel called to get you a Soul Trees. Oop, here we go. It popped right out. So we've got our root chakra card. So there's of course 7 chakra cards in this Soul Trees deck. And I love, this message for you. And sorry, I got distracted. Crystal, yeah, I can pull a Soul Trees card for you too. Because I love you, dear, darling. And we've connected on a personal level and I feel for her. But Kelly, my dear friend, Kelly, she recently has had a little bit of a relocation. I can't even imagine. My mom's in the middle of moving like right now during coronavirus outbreak 2020. I can't even imagine that. But this card is telling me, Kelly, that you're feeling very, very disconnected at that root chakra level, at that feeling of stability. And so the biggest thing that I can tell you for you is to go outside. And if you can, I don't know, it's a little bit cold where she's at right now, but to go somewhere where you can get really grounded. And a lot of times I say go outside and do that. So here's something you can do. Put on a big snowsuit, go outside, make a snow angel in your new hot yard, in your new house, and really start to play and give that energy of playfulness, of family, like start creating that feeling of security where you're at right now. Because anytime you transition, and good Lord, to go from everything was one way and now the shit's hitting the fan, and I also just completely uprooted my whole family and moved, that's going to be a big hit to your root chakra. So, just know that you're completely provided for, and you can do many, many things. So you can do root chakra meditations. There's a lot of things. Eat very grounding foods right now. So a lot of fresh foods, things that grew out of the ground, and that's where they came from most directly before they entered your body, versus a lot of processed foods. Kelly says it's actually pretty today. I actually really love after a nice snowstorm, because it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous after a ton of snow dumps on the area. It's gorgeous. So, and I want to get Crystal a Soul Trees card. These ones just like plop out. Wow. Interesting energy. So this is confirmation. This is just like Crystal's feeling a little bit of resistance and stuck. And I know she just had these other 2 really amazing cards, here, this 9 of Pentacles. So it was almost like, so you have this 9 of Pentacles, the universe telling you, it's so funny because it's like almost the reverse. You got 2 of the cards here in this deck that indicate negative frequencies. Okay, so it's really time to move yourself. If you get the resistance card, you got to let go of all resistance and start moving. Start dancing, start flowing, do some yoga, do some whatever you need to do. One of my favorite yogas to do is booty yoga. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it, Crystal. There's a whole booty community in my local little town, but you can go to their website and create an account, and you get access to home classes, BUTI, not BOOTY, BUTI yoga. That's how you spell it. So this is just an idea. Anytime there's resistance or you're having this feeling of resistance, you got to start moving and flowing through it. And that's going to help free you from this feeling of being stuck. And then go back and look at her pleased face. Remember these cards from before, Crystal, of saying, hey, the Hangman, there's a purpose for this. It's for us to get a different perspective. There's a purpose for all of this. It's that different perspective. Crystal knew she wasn't done with her reading. She's like, I thought there were other cards. She knew. Oh, she knows. And then the Nine of Pentacles coming to you to say, hey, everything's loaded up. You got a fully loaded, fully clean set of pentacles here on dishes. I really want these dishes, actually. I need to take a breath. I'm starting to get overexcited. I'm supposed to be like on here for a certain period of time. Oh, I probably can eke out another 10 minutes or so, because I'm supposed to be making like some sort of lunch for my family. So absolutely, I love the way you pronounce my name. I wish that was my name. Anya. Anya is how it's pronounced. Anya, I told you, like Anisha. Well, you know what? You can be Anisha today. I like Anya, though, because it actually reminds me of Enya, which is one of my favorite musicians. First 14 days for free, OMFIT. So, see, anything that you can do to get you moving. And these are the kind of things that we wouldn't normally be necessarily sitting in our homes. We would want to be going out and connecting with our community, with our Sangha, with our village. Even the inner child in all of us, we all need our village, too. Okay, let's get some more cards. Couple more cards. Kelly, I feel you that it's been hard. So let's get, who else? Anybody else want cards? Lindsay, hi. Hi. I don't really know if I'm understanding your question of what stops us from getting a stimulus check. Is that maybe something I posted on the header? I can't remember. But if you want a card, let me know. Dominique, yes, let's get you a card, girl. So I guess I'm doing this thing where I'm pulling a tarot card and a soul trees card. So that's the thing that I'm doing now. Let's do it. I'm just going to shuffle it up a bit and take some deep breaths. So as you guys can see, and maybe to answer like what stops my family from getting a stimulus check, well, I haven't filed taxes in 2 years. There's just, like, my husband is still I'm just not a very good American. If you don't file your taxes and you don't pay your taxes, they ain't gonna give you checks. They won't. So we're just not in that place. We've had a pretty wild couple of years financially as our self-employed people. We live in California. We moved to California as part of what we call the green rush. Okay, so not only am I a spiritual gal, I'm also a cannabis gal. So yeah, when you don't really participate in society in the normal way. But don't worry, I'm going to get my house refinanced and used all of the equity to finally pay my taxes. I'm going to be a good girl this year. Dominique, let's get your card. I think, so there's, and I didn't say all entrepreneurs, I said many entrepreneurs, many self-employed people still have issues getting approved for things. So this is Dominique's cards. So we have a couple of cards. I just love these cards. Can you just get a handle on, like, this is the Page of Pentacles, and it's this little kid that's like throwing dishes. Oh, I just giggle. And you got two cards here. So you have the Eight of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So all pages represent sort of this youthful aspect of part of the journey. You're knowledgeable because you've gone through the first 10 cards, ace through 10, for example, and now you're at the point where you're a page. You're getting ready to go into the higher echelons of the court cards, page, knight, queen, and king. But it still is saying, hey, there's this youthful attitude that needs to be taken right now. And this one here is almost like a mischievous attitude. And that is a little bit the Page of Pentacles. He's out here, he's ready to go. He's got the resources in a little bit to sort of kind of mess around a little bit with his journey. So this is the time for you to take advantage of any extra self-discovery you can, because the Page of Pentacles is all about, it's almost like the college student card is what I see for this. So it's about diving a little bit deeper. Things are going to start moving fast. This is your second card of the tarot. So we've got the Page of Pentacles with that youthful idea. Find out something new. What new journey would you like to take? Not necessarily going back to college. And again, I'm talking with Dominique on her card here. But what kind of self-discovery, what kind of unique gifts, where are you ready to move forward and to dive deeper? Is there anything that you've been putting off? Any classes that you've purchased that you haven't maybe participated in? Because as soon as you really start going in that direction, you're going to have this, all of a sudden, look at, she's flying on all her different cleaning apparatuses. Things are going to start moving fast. People are going to start coming towards you. They're going to start communicating with you. So this is good, positive energy. And then finally, I want to pull a Soul Trees card for her. Look what I just pulled right out of the middle of the deck is this unique gifts card. So this is really for Dominique. She's a beautiful, beautiful soul. And I'm actually almost always laughing or feeling extremely inspired when I see one of her posts. Laughing because she posts something clever and funny, like horoscope stuff. So, she's a good connection to have. If you reach out to her, she might allow you to be a connection for you so you can be inspired by her as well. Oh, hi, Emma. Let's get you a card. Hold on. I want to see what this says. Natasha, I swear I love you so much, beautiful queen. Thank you so much. Your energy helped fulfill that queen energy that needed to come out, my dear Natasha. So it's great to read a card for you. Let's get Emily a card. And please share this live stream out if you would like to. Sharing is caring. Please like my Facebook page, which is the Akashic Queen, because that makes me happy. And then, of course, you see there, if you'd like to check out my courses on Teachable, I offer card reading courses. That one's $22 right now. I offer a course on how to start reading your own Akashic Records and working in your Akashic Records. That one's $22 right now. So just really cheap. Easy. You're stuck at home, don't have anything to do, go on to Teachable. It's really good. So this is for, I'm going to get, it's Emma. I'm going to get Emma a card. So we had a couple of cards pop out here. Let's see. So I'm going to take this one. This is our middle card here. This is our Four of Pentacles. And this card's for Emma, and we're going to get her a Soul Trees card as well. So the Four of Pentacles is all about, look, she's got the doors closed on her beautiful cabinet of, the Page of Pentacles is not going to get at these dishes and start throwing them around. So right now, for Emma, particularly energetically, it's time to stay inside. It's time to keep yourself very protected. No going out, no wandering around. I know a little bit about Emma personally, and she probably wouldn't be necessarily going out and doing a lot of the activities outside the house on her own right now, but it's also very, very, very important. And I feel it's because it's for your health-wise, for you, it'll build your strength. So, to stay inside. Keep yourself protected. It's time to really get your protection bubble around you. Close the doors on your dish cabinet, on your china hutch. And this is how you're going to grow your strength. Your strength is in protecting yourself and your energy and your immune system. And so another thing that's really important about the Four of Pentacles is the four is a very stable. I imagine like the legs of a table. And so having that strength card match up with it shows that you have the strength to be that pillar for your entire family. Okay, I think that might be one of my final cards here, because the whole crew just came inside screaming. You're going to start hearing them in a moment. Thanks, Cassie. I feel a little bit more beautiful and refreshed. So, and you know what? I mentioned earlier that this card reading is for everybody. So I really do, Emma. I really appreciate you popping on and adding your energy to this one, because this is what we all need to be doing. We all need to be protecting ourselves. We need to be staying put. We need to be closing our doors. This is confirmation, not from the president or one of your government leaders. Yeah, I know. And it's because you're like the queen of your household too, Emma. I mean, that's what you are. So it's like you have to be able to take care and energetically provide, and then also wondering about your own health. So it's just about closing it down, shutting it down. No visitors, do Zoom. I mean, I know that's so challenging. It takes away your village. But this is the important thing for everybody is you shut it all down, you close it all off for a little bit of time. And yeah, it fucks up everybody's schedule and you feel crazy. But it's going to give you strength. I'm stronger this week than I was last week. Okay? I don't feel necessarily like I'm going to regress again. I say that because I'm like, anything could happen. But I'm stronger this week because I took some precautions. We started up our other freezer, our deep freeze, and started filling it with foods just in case. Like, it's not necessarily toilet paper and baby wipes that I'm stocking up on, but it's making sure that my family can be provided for if things slow down a little more. Okay. I don't want to be searching for food for my family. So there's all these things is taking the precautions that you need to give you strength in the immediate future. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Emma. It's survival mode. Oh my God. Last week I was in survival mode. I was like, I need a doctor. And I do. I'm getting a teledoc appointment so that I can handle this high blood pressure issue that I have. That was crazy last week. I guess I didn't realize that you're probably not supposed to take your blood pressure in the midst of a panic attack. Like, I didn't Google to find out if that was the right idea. So, of course, I'm in the middle of a panic attack with extremely high blood pressure, and I'm like, I'm going to die. It's still a little high, but genetically speaking, that's something my family history has had to deal with. So it's just this, I think, this positive outline, the silver lining is for me to say, okay, now that I'm coming up on 40 in a couple of years, it's time for me to be real about my health. I don't have health insurance. I haven't had health insurance. I don't have a regular doctor. So there's a lot of things that are coming out right now and helping me say, oh, okay, I need to be more mature about my health and realize that I can't just run around and assume everything is going to be okay, that I may actually need to be proactive about it. So, yeah. So if anybody really feels disconnected, go back to the very first part of this reading in case you didn't hear. And there's some cards for the collective that I think are very important that everybody hears. So please go back. There's 3 soul trees cards in the beginning that are really important. And I really just wish all of you as much peace and love and being able to live in a very open-hearted way as possible right now. Yeah, just breathe. I know I had a chest cold last week and like a head thing, and it was like the breathing was hard. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm short of breath. And apparently when you have a panic attack, you're also short of breath. Like, oh, good Lord. It was just the wrong time to have my first official panic attack. So I'm hoping to come on and inspire more. But if you do need some inspiration, reach out. I go live in my private group every Tuesday. I'm going to go live every Tuesday. It's a goal for me, especially while my husband's around a lot more. So please reach out if you'd like access to that. I can talk to you personally about what kind of promotions that I'm offering on that to be able to get in. So I love you. Have a great day.